From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Brayden Neville.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Ticats Today. I'm Brayden Neville, joining you on this Thursday, May the 25th, nearing the end of May now and inching closer and closer to Saturday's game against the Toronto Argonauts to kick off the preseason. And if you aren't able to get tickets to that game, that's okay. You can watch it on CFL Preseason Live. All you have to do is go to the CFL website for more details on how to get CFL Preseason Live, and that is free of charge. Now, on today's episode, I wanted to focus on this DB core of the Hamilton Ticats, and I spoke to Lawrence Woods, Tunde Adeleke, and assistant coach and defensive coordinator Mark Washington. Now, this defense, well, it's just been exciting. It's been an exciting group to watch with some returning veterans, guys stepping up into bigger roles, and some new blood making up that first team. Now, training camp has seemed like constant, friendly, but competitive battles, to say the least, between receivers and DBs. And the offense and the defense have been making fans in attendance, and myself included, at Ron Joy Stadium just absolutely jump out of their seats for both big receptions and big interceptions. They've been going back and forth all camp long since it started about a week and a half ago. I spoke to Coach O to get his take on how this DB group has been showing out so far in camp, and talk to him a little bit about that friendly competition that we've been seeing on both sides of the ball. All right, so Coach, you have a very athletic, exciting group of DBs this season. What have you seen from them so far out here in training camp?
I've seen a lot of athleticism, to be honest with you. I've seen a group that is not scared of hard work. They're becoming more confident because they're understanding the game a little bit better. It's starting to slow down. They've been open-minded. They've taken hard coaching. I'm excited to watch them play, though, at this point in time. I think it's always a process. It's a process. A lot of moving parts. A lot of them haven't seen the high motion, the extra player, and that's just normal every year. However, they're on a fast track.
Now, I've mentioned to you yesterday about the receivers. Now, have you been enjoying those battles between the DBs and the receivers? It seems like there's been a ton of balls where they're just getting up there and just battling for those and seeing crazy plays on both sides.
Yeah, of course. As a coach, you love that, right? And I think the other thing is they're enjoying each other's company also. It's healthy, sometimes spirited competition, and we love that.
Now, how much are those guys going to see the field on Saturday? Are they going to be, like, that first team going to be out there a lot, or is it going to be more just to see some guys you want to see in that game situation?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Just wanted to ask you about
Sure.
for the purpose of, so Scott's not here, so then does he take on more of an advisory role from a distance now?
Yeah, so the role with Scott, we've had this established from the beginning, and he'll definitely be involved in a lot of advanced scouting, game planning. Obviously, it'll be a huge help to me from the overall perspective. I thought it was very important that he come up here and understand the personalities of our team, and also build a relationship of his own. So he'll be invaluable, and his role will expand. It'll contract and expand throughout the season.
What matchup are you looking closely at in terms of position going into a weekend?
Can I just give you all of them? I mean, there's just a lot of people that have done really well in practice, that have really shined, they came in camp in shape. You can tell they've worked hard, but it's always got to transfer on game day. So that's why it is pretty much an all statement. I could go through people at each position group that I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have.
How much playing time will the ones get?
Yeah, it'll vary. It's going to vary from position group to position group. Some will see very little, some may see none, and some may see a whole quarter.
And the running game so far, what have you liked about it?
Well, we haven't, again, that's what you want the game. What have I liked? The commitment to it, just the willingness to work up front, and, at the tailback position, it looks like we're going to be extremely talented there yet again. And so I'm looking to see what we can do on game day.
That was Coach O following camp today. I spoke to another member of the Ticats coaching staff, Coach Mark Washington, entering another year as the coordinator of that always scary Ticats defense. And I wanted to get his thoughts on what he's seen from his DBs so far.
What I've been impressed with is their willingness to work hard. These guys really put in the extra work. They continue to do whatever's necessary. They've bought into the things and the techniques and the ways that we've been teaching them to be a Ticat and how to play, and their athleticism. I mean, these guys can really fly. They can do a lot of special things. So, I mean, we got a bunch of young guys ready to play, learning how to be Ticats, and that gets me excited.
Now, how much does the offense and the defense have been going at it the last 2 weeks, the receiving core and those DBs, how much does it help to have such a solid receiving core to help with that DB core?
Well, it helps, right? I mean, strength on strength, that's what you want to do, right? So, those guys are working hard, too. They're competing. Everybody wants to make a play. Everybody wants to, have that highlight or whatever. But at the end of the day, we all wear black and gold. In the competition, we finally get to be on the same team. We get to wear the same color jersey for once. And the competition has been really, really healthy.
Now, first game on Saturday, how much will you see maybe those first-team guys out there? Is it going to be used more to just kind of get looks at a few guys maybe you want to see in that game situation?
No, we're going to see everyone. We're going to see everyone. It's we're here to come out and compete. We're here to get the game won, and we're also here to evaluate and begin to establish what we want to get done this season. So we're going to see a lot of guys.
That was Coach Washington following camp today. And now a guy who's being looked to step up in a big way this season is Lawrence Woods III. He spent the majority of last season on that Ticats special teams and was a threat at returning kicks and punts all season long, and very well might be again this season. But this season, he's also looking to be a force on defense and has been getting the first team looks at corner so far during training camp, a position that comes with a ton of responsibility, and that's exactly what Lawrence Woods says he's ready for. Very exciting group of DBs this season. I've been chatting with a bunch of the guys. What have you noticed about that group this year in training camp so far?
Well, I noticed a lot. Like it's a young group, but also a vet group at the same time. We got a couple guys who are still on the roster who know a lot, played a lot of games last year, and then we got the new guys coming in, and they balling. They actually having like a good camp. Everybody having a good camp, and it's going great for everybody. The whole DB room looking fantastic.
Now, mixing in those new faces, how has it been just building the chemistry between maybe those new guys who are coming in and the vets?
I mean, like it's been a little tough, but like that's for everybody's team, trying to get on the same accord. But like I think we've been working on it and it's been getting better and better every practice. And now I think we just waiting to put it all together on game day so we could strap it up and see how it goes.
Now, you've been looked at as for a much bigger role this year on defense. Just are you ready to step into that new role and maybe get more minutes on defense now?
Nah, man, I'm so excited that I actually got to step up and play, get the field corner spot. I mean, it isn't in stone, but like as of now, right now, it's looking really good for me to play field corner, and I'm really liking it. You know what I'm saying? The leadership aspect that I'm having to give back to the younger guys and stuff like that. It really, you know what I'm saying, shows like the level of growth I had in the off season. So, like, it's really important. I think it's going to be a good year.
Now, I've been talking about the battles that we've been seeing, the receivers and the DBs just going at it for those big high plays. Just what has that been like? Has that been helping you guys, you feel like, grow towards getting ready for this game on Saturday?
No, definitely. Like, and everybody needs it. No, offense, defense, everybody needs them plays where it's like, it's going to get the team up and get us, like, get the energy, get the vibes going, So, like, when we playing, it's like regular. You don't think nothing of it. You just like, oh, yeah, this is what we did in practice. I got the confidence to do it now. In the game on Saturday or in the games going forward too.
Now, first game Saturday against the Argonauts, the rival. How are you feeling heading into that first preseason game?
I'm feeling good, man. I can't wait. I mean, I want to strap it up so I can have a couple opportunities at field corner spots so that they know that for the upcoming season and games that it's going to be a good spot, and don't try to throw that away too much.
That was Lawrence Woods III, always a nice guy to chat with. And Tunde Adeleke, well, what's there to say about the guy that Ticats fans don't already know? Last year, he had a career year in tackles with 68. That was 24 more than he had the previous season. The guy has been an absolute vet on that Ticats defense and is now entering his 6th season. So I wanted to speak with Tunde. I wanted to talk to him about that DB core and what the vet has been seeing so far from this group.
I think it's the first time in like 4 years I've actually got a new group of guys around me. So yeah, it's a surprising, like, I'm used to all-stars all around, but these guys came in and like they're playing at a high level, just like we didn't miss anyone, So it's nice to have guys like JV, and JV's a veteran in this league, and he also played in the NFL. So watching him and his just off jump, explosive, one of the most explosive guys I've seen in a long time. I've seen Chris Edwards play for a long time, so guys like that, I'm excited to see them play in the black and yellow, the black and gold, and then we have Woods, who was mainly a returner last year, and the steps he's taken on defense as the corner is just tremendous. So I'm excited for that.
So I've noticed in practice, it seems like the DBs and the receivers are just going at it all practice long. Like, is that that competition, that friendly competition, you think that's been helping propel you guys just to make you better for this upcoming game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think one of the things like we thrive on is having an offense that with Tim White and Duke, we have such big weapons over there. So if we can compete with those guys, we know we can compete with anyone in the league. So like having guys like that, and that's Ticat football. We don't stop talking, So I think it's a good thing for us, and we try to get in each other's heads, because at the end of the day, when you get in a game, everyone's talking. Yeah.
So a few new faces around you. How has the adjustment been? How is it building that chemistry over the last couple of weeks with those new guys maybe?
Yeah, like I said, these guys are vets, so it was pretty easy, and it's like you have to learn a bit about how each guy plays, but one thing I love about having new guys in the room is that you learn a lot from them. So I'm already learning things from Chris Edwards, and he's had success in this league. I'm learning things from JV, and he's had success in football in general. So, and then I'm learning things from Rich and other guys too every day. And we have a great young group too. I don't want to forget about them. We have an amazing young group, and probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. So I think I'm excited to get into the season, get into this game in general, and see how everyone plays.
Now Saturday we got the game against the Argonauts. Are you pumped up? Are you ready to go for that first game of the preseason?
Yes, sir. It's after 6 months of off season, you're just excited to be able to actually hit something. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to get in there and just ball out and see how my off season training is going, and see how everyone else has gone too.
Big thanks to Tunde, Lawrence, Coach Washington, and of course Coach O for joining me on the show today. And who isn't pumped for Saturday's first preseason game? I know the players are, I know the coaches are, I know the fans are, and I know I certainly am. And that goes down this Saturday at 4 o'clock at Tim Hortons Field. And there's a few things you need to know if you're going to be at the game on Saturday or even at the games for the upcoming season. Number one, $5 beers are returning. That's right, I said it. $5 beers. You can get those between 2:30 and 3:30. And honestly, you just can't find that at many sporting events anymore. And you probably can't even find that at half the bars. So that is back. $5 beers between 2:30 and 3:30. Also, families will be back on the field 15 minutes after the game ends. Make sure to bring your family out, enjoy some time on the field, run around a bit, let the kids have some fun. South Plaza Saturdays, they are also back. We got some inflatables, those bouncy kingdoms, whatever else you can think of, family events and games. Also, we will have autograph signings from our alumnus of distinction, Brandon Stewart, and current Ticats, Sean Thomas Earlington and Dylan Wynn. Make sure to check that out. So get an autograph from one of those guys. The Ticats homegrown game, that will also be returning. We're going to see some of our youngest fans, and they'll be celebrated with an in-game celebration. And of course, we will also be celebrating our first alumnus of distinction, Brandon Stewart, an awesome dude. Make sure you go back to my episode from yesterday. I had a nice long chat with Brandon. He'll be there, and that is the alumnus of distinction sponsored by Finlay Personal Injury Lawyers. So much to be excited about. It's just going to be an awesome time at Tim Hortons Field, and that all goes down this Saturday at 4 o'clock. That's all the time for me today. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time on Ticats Today.